early 90s, yeah, we're supposed to go to our friends and family for help turning it in. And we're supposed to turn it in right away. Now, with all these people who wanted to make excuses, no matter what, the simplest thing to do, let's turn it in right away. You know I'm an honest person. You know that I have difficulties and that I do have to be afraid of police. All homeless men do. Every man does in this country. The fact that so many women use these false allegations just because they're pissed off. This is how a woman retaliates. You want to say, oh, well, a man is more violent than a woman. No. When you manipulate people into hurting someone intentionally through lies and slander, yes, you are a very violent person. You're also narcissistic as hell. You're twisted as fuck. That is some horrible shit to do. Now we get to see how many women claim that they would help, offered to help, and literally did not do that. Turn it in right away. Turn it in right away. Through all the abuse, when I had to turn it in by myself, I was harmed for doing so. Police were not going to do their jobs for an at-risk and homeless man. I told you that. But you're going to keep talking over me and talking about yourself. That is not turning it in right away. And I showed you. I used my predators. To show you examples of what you're supposed to do. See, there's the gaslighting that they did. That you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to gaslight people until they fucking have a mental goddamn breakdown and try to fucking kill themselves. But that's what these people did, and what did my friends do? They wanted to talk over me, tell me to take drugs and medications. Really? I hurt because I have been socially isolated since I hurt my back in 2015. And instead of understanding that, people want to be the most horrid creatures they can be. Because I'm a male, I'm expected to just take it. When it's a male, do you try to help turn it in right away? Turn it in right away. Turn it in right away. When I threatened my predators back, that's right, the one where right around the 16th of August, 13th of August of 2018, after almost 2 years of fucking hell. That's right, it started over a year before Natalie was killed over slander. Her claiming that I stalked her in Virginia. All of the evidence to that point shows that she was not stalked. And all of the evidence after that point shows that I was trying to get help stopping people who are hurting me over that fucking slander by Natalie. Okay, you're fucking embarrassed. You're angry because you didn't get laid. You're angry because you won't leave his beautiful model girlfriend for your fat ass. All right, fine. It makes it okay to say, oh, well, he was gawking at me in a perverted way. Oh, but Natalie never did that, did she? No, she didn't. She thought she was in love with me. But you know what? That doesn't matter to any of you guys. I'm not a person to you. I've never been a person to you. If I was a person to you, you would help me the way that you would have helped a woman. To help her to turn it in right away. To help her to get a safe place where she could process it. Who do I have to depend on? Fucking screamers everywhere I went. And then you pretend I'm a bad person when I get fucking overwhelmed with it and I scream on video. Or I beg people to end my life. Why is that? Because it feels horrible when no matter what, you go to people when it happens like you're supposed to. You go to friends and family like you're supposed to, and getting drunk and getting laid and going to a fucking party and bitching about all of your fucking problems is more important than helping your friends stop ongoing abuse over slander. And then you want to play victim when I make a video about the fact that you look the fucking other way. Or you came on here just for entertainment, those of you who aren't my friends in real life. You want to tell me, oh, I want to be your friend, I want to be your friend. No, you don't. If you were a friend, you would have spoken up and remained speaking up. You would have checked in on me to see if I was okay. But you don't. Ever. And here's the trick here. No, I'm not okay. I am not okay. I am not physically okay. I am not mentally okay. I am not okay to drive. I'm not okay to handle my own finances even. There's not enough. I can't take care of myself. If I'm in a facility and I'm being taken advantage of, calling the cops isn't going to make any difference. That's what the mentally ill tag does, and you know it. Just because somebody is called mentally ill doesn't mean that a crime was not committed against them. And you see these things, and you never try to turn them in. You claim that you understand, and you show outright that you do not. If you were being gang stalked and you asked me for help turning it in, would I help you? How would I help you? As a woman, what help would you need if you were being gang stalked? Keep in mind, yes, I do pay attention. I understand that you're not a young supermodel and the cops are more likely to blow you off than listen to you. That's why you do it together. Instead of making the excuse of it doesn't work, fucking try. Try. If they blow you off and tell you that they can't, they're breaking the law. That's why you record it. When you say you don't have the ability to record, that's something that, well, if we can set up a three-way call, you can explain that to them. That you're not able to, and that lots of other people weren't able to. But that's not what the cops said, is it? They said I didn't try and nobody else tried. The fact is, that's completely true. Look at Girl Interrupted. Are you trying to make me feel better? What is it with women thinking that the only help that a man is allowed, the only help that she's supposed to provide is pretty fucking memes and pretty words? And oh, I'm sorry's. How long did it take Michelle Yoko Stewart to help me turn that shit in? Or any of the people who saw that shit at the fucking hospital? You say it won't do any good? You're fucking right, because you never tried. The people who gaslighted me and were threatening to kill me and my friends and family, they were doing so very loudly, very fucking maliciously, and very mean. And they still fucking do, you piece of shit. Jesus Christ, Girl Interrupted. I do not like you. I do not like you for the same reason that I do not like anybody. You are all sexist. You are all selfish. And no, Girl Interrupted, when your entire channel is only about you and calling other people names and talking about how everybody's a narcissist but you're a fucking narcissist. At least I try to speak up for others. That is a platform that you fucking have every day. Your YouTube, your Facebook, you have both of them every day. You can take 5 minutes to post up evidence and speak out every day. You can take the time to try sending that to news agencies every day. But guess who sends stuff to news agencies? Only my fucking predators. You can't even remember Natalie's fucking name. Sure, you listen to me. No, you reinterpret everything that I say to your benefit. That in and of itself is gaslighting. That is victimization. You don't want to stop to recognize your narcissistic and toxic behaviors. Well, guess what? I don't like using the word narcissist. I don't like using the word toxic. Do you know why? Because they're both fucked up. Most people are not narcissistic. People are more likely to give women the benefit of the doubt. More likely, a lot more likely. Just because your predators are being predatory doesn't mean that you're not a narcissist too. You notice I admit where I fuck up? Well, I didn't even get to turn that one off. It ended before it got started, didn't it? I want you to take a look at my videos. Look at how many people have seen them. By the time anybody sees the video there in Stegeman, it'll be fucking half buried. There'd be maybe 60 people overall that see it in the next year, if that. And then they'll forget all about it, but Aaron Stegeman never will. For the rest of his life, he's going to be worried that somebody's going to watch that video and make a viral thing about his family. A lot of stuff that I posted about went viral. Hardin, Montana? Yes. I spoke up about that being the epicenter for missing and murdered Native Americans years before the United States government ever admitted it. They didn't admit it until 2021. I reported on it in 2018. Sorry, 2019. That's the thing, Girl Interrupted. You see my channel. I do speak up for others, with others. And I don't make them beg. There's a lot of stuff that you can do just with your phone. You got a Facebook, you got a YouTube, you've already got those. But also, like with many others, you'd have to worry about your stuff getting destroyed the way people try to do with me. That's why it's important to turn it in so that it isn't something that has to be done on the internet. These people had to destroy my name in order to prevent me from being heard, but the evidence shows that I told the truth. What they called slander is documented by these very assholes in their own words. You can speak up because there are too many roadblocks for me to hurdle. And because I cannot hurdle them, I am victimized frequently and often. And I'm told that I deserve it. I wanted it, I needed it, I chose it. How often do these people get on here and do that? My predators have made more fake accounts to harass me on my channel in the last month than every comment you've ever made on my channel. Girl Interrupted. You, just like with every other friend, did not care to turn it in right away. Didn't care to try to turn it in afterwards. Just wanted to give those pretty excuses, those pretty things that you tell men and fat women. How dare I bring up fat women? Sorry, bud, but I happen to know a lot of fat women, and they're not likely to be hurt either. Unless they're a screamer, and then hopefully they're a mother, because then it's somewhat supposedly acceptable. When the cops are blowing off a victim, yes, somebody needs to be angry about it. The victim is not allowed to get angry about it when they're a man. When people are actually harming me, I tell on people for harming me. When my predators don't like being told on, they slander my name. At least I save proof. There's also the things that I did, and there's also proof that I admitted to the things that I did. Coffee. I'm so glad you peoples have coffee. I don't fit in the modern world. I'm autistic, so I don't like looking people in the eyes. But then I'm a guy, so I'm instructed I'm supposed to plan and respect. But then, of course, I have to pay attention to who I'm looking at because of a 2-second glance, trying to figure out if somebody recognizes me when they're looking at me. Could turn into, oh my God, he's undressing me with his eyes. So now I try not to make any eye contact with anybody, but I got EDOS. So anytime something moves, I look over and I make eye contact. I'm sorry I made eye contact, ma'am. It really does give me a lot of anxiety because I'm not a good looking guy. That's not saying I wouldn't cuddle if you had a St. Bernard. Oh my God, I love St. Bernards. I didn't mean cuddle with you. I wasn't hitting on you. I meant with the St. Bernard.
Now I'm offended.
No, you're not. You're still upright. Yeah, offended would mean your feet are up, right?
I'd be offended. What?
Yeah. I'm autistic, so I'm weird and super smart, and I play with words.
Yeah, it shows, Dan. You are good with words. I'm not sure what's wrong with me yet. I'm still figuring it out.
I know what's wrong with you. You're human. You know the difference between humans and animals? All people are crazy.
Can I get the chicken strips and then a regular corn dog?
If I'm the last one in line, I get to talk extra trash, and she's funny.
Hi.
No, still sober. I had a joke I was gonna tell you, and I was gonna wait until they were gone to do it because I don't want them stealing my joke. But I forgot it right as I got to the counter. I also want a Bosco steak.
I heard one last week. You know why Easter Bunny hides the eggs?
Why?
Because she doesn't want them to know who's fucking the chicken.
A Bosco steak. Yes, ma'am. How many hippies does it take to screw in a light bulb?
No.
None. That's what tents are for. I also heard that's what Volkswagens were for, but woohoo, now I got quarters to feed my bubble addiction over at the quarter machines. They're super cool. Thanks, man.
Can I have one?
Thank you, sir. Anyway, here's the thing. The world changes when we make change. I didn't make this channel for anyone's entertainment. I made this channel so that I could post up evidence. Hopefully somebody would help me to turn it in right away instead of watching like perverts. Like if you see a child getting raped and instead of doing something right away, you want to coach the kid. Oh, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. Here, try to bite him there. No. All right, I guess you can't bite him there. No, that's not proper encouragement. That's not good encouragement. That's not doing anything to stop the crime. The person who's being harmed is at risk. You see them being harmed. Coaching them is not help. Gang stalking is not a fucking wrestling match. It's people like you that just watch. Or once in a while you want to type up some pretty words. Are you telling that to the cops? Are you telling that to the public? Are you sharing the evidence? Are you speaking up for anyone but you? The thing is, after all these years, you're still here, and I had to beg you, and you finally made one post. One. I'm glad that you made it. Helped to teach you to not be so narcissistic. A lot of people right at the very beginning did come forward about the fact that I wouldn't kill anybody. They just didn't want to come forward about the fact that I'd been going to them for over a year about the abuse. They didn't want to come forward about the fact that they blew me off and made excuses just like you do. You know why I had to break the law and do it publicly? But the only people who would try turning it in right away are my fucking predators. Shannon Alvarado wouldn't help me to turn in any of my predators. She claimed she couldn't because she was in the wrong state. You fucking liar. Kara Johnson was able to from Texas. Girl Interrupted, the way that you interact with me and the way that you treat me is exactly and precisely why men kill themselves at such a high rate. It's the same reason that girls cut on themselves, and you fucking know it. I'm not turning a blind eye to your problems. But I'm going to give you the same shitty advice that you want to give me. It may not be the same words, but with your problems, you have real problems, don't you? I got a question. Is your YouTube channel just for you to bitch, or are you actually trying to get help stopping this? Are you actually trying to better your situation? Do you want help bettering your situation? Then why are you just bitching about it? For you, your YouTube is your therapist. For me, it's screaming for help. You see, these things actually happen, and you understand, you claim to understand why I can't go to cops alone, and then you want to tell me to make a bunch of suggestions of things I've done on YouTube already. Recorded dozens or sometimes hundreds of times on this channel. My predators got away by pretending that I was delusional and made everything up, or didn't try. It's not that I didn't try, it's that none of you actually fucking care. If you care, if your friend or family member is being harmed, and they come to you for help with that, if you were a good person, you would help them to turn it in right away. You wouldn't make them beg. A lot of people think that they're good people because they don't make women beg, or they don't make every woman beg, or because they don't make women beg as much. For a man, you know, it's beg and beg and beg. You pay people for help. Hey, I will pay you to look at the fucking evidence and verify it. I'm not asking you to lie. I'm not paying you to lie. I'm paying you to look at evidence. Because if you look at the evidence, that means I don't have to post it up all over YouTube and Facebook. I don't have to post up people's personal numbers. I don't have to post up their addresses. I don't got to post none of that shit up. The thing is, if I show it to you and you can see and verify that it's the truth, you can speak up about it too. If they won't let you turn it in either, there's probably a reason. If they'd say it's because you're in the wrong jurisdiction, keep in mind that my predators were allowed to do whatever they wanted across any jurisdictional boundary that they chose. And if I tried to turn it in, I was blown off by law enforcement for the same reason I'm blown off by you. I don't fucking matter because I have a dick.